channel. So today I created this lilac look for you all, and I was really inspired by my outfit which was made for me, and it has got Swarovski stones on it as well. It's absolutely beautiful, and I will leave a link to where I had got the outfit from, and let me just show you a bit of it. It's so nice. I also created this Elsa inspired braid hair to go with this outfit because I thought it was very, I don't know, very nice. But yeah, if you guys want to know how I got this hair and makeup and outfit, then make sure you keep on watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment and share, and I will show you guys how. Hey guys, in this tutorial I'm going to be using these brushes from Elysium. A Bangladesh based company called NexGen has built a platform for customers to have easy access to branded products, and they are the sole agent for Elysium, which is an international cosmetic company. You can use my code Rumina101 for a sweet 10% discount on these brushes. I mean, these brushes are absolutely amazing. I always reach out for them on a day-to-day basis ever since I have used it in this tutorial, and I have fallen in love. They remind me so much of the Zoeva brushes. Anywho, let's get straight into the tutorial. So the first thing I'm starting off with is my MAC Soft Ochre Paintpot, and I'm just applying that all over my lid to really cancel out all the veins and the redness, and this is going to help my eyeshadows pop and last longer all day. Then taking my MERCIER Universal Powder, I'm going to use my beauty blender to set that base in place, you know the drill. Then picking up my Tartlette palette, I'm picking up this beautiful light brown shade and using that as my transition colour, and I'm going to blend that out using a fluffy brush. Then taking this Barium Silver Glitter, which I just randomly found in my cupboard, but it worked. I'm just packing that on to my eyelid. I think I go halfway, or do I cover the entire lid? I don't know, let me just see. Yeah, so I'm packing that on generously onto the whole of my eyelid, and this is really pigmented. Then taking this beautiful lilac shade from Mascara, I'm packing that onto the outer corners of my eye and onto the center of my eye as well. This is really pigmented and it's such a beautiful lilac shade. Then taking my Tartlette palette again, I'm picking up this mauvey shade and packing that on directly on top of the lilac shade because I wanted that colour to kind of show up a bit more. And yeah, then taking this Bombshell shade, which is the darkest purple in the palette, I'm applying that on the outer corners, and as you guys can see, I am creating a gradient sort of look here from light to dark, and I'm just packing that colour on the outer corners as much as I can, and I'm just gonna go in, blend and add more colour, and yeah. I went in with my clean fluffy brush and started diffusing out the colours because I absolutely hate harsh lines. Then taking my Schwing eyeliner by the BALM Cosmetics, I'm going to draw a fairly medium-sized wing because I do want my eyeshadow to show, so I don't want my winged liner to be too thick. You guys know that this eyeliner has, I don't know, it's just, no, it hasn't really taken over my love for the Rimmel Glam eyes actually, because I still prefer my Rimmel Glam eyes. Then taking my Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara, I'm applying about 2 or 3 coats of this onto my top lashes because I absolutely love this mascara. Then taking a clean wipe, I'm just wiping away any eyeshadow fallout. Then taking my NARS All Day Weightless Luminous foundation in the shade Punjab, I'm using my beauty blender to bounce that into my skin, and this foundation is one of my favourite foundations ever because it leaves my skin so nice and radiant and glowy and dewy and beautiful and just very skin-like. Wow, that was a mouthful. Then taking my LA Girl Pro Conceal in the shade Creamy Beige, I'm just applying that in the usual spots under my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, and also my chin. I don't know why I looked at it that weirdly, I don't know why. And I'm going to take my beauty blender again to blend that all in. This concealer is very full coverage. I really liked it, and it didn't leave my under eyes looking cakey or anything, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to be using this concealer a lot. Then taking my Laura Mercier powder again, universal powder, and just setting that concealer in place. And I'm also going to take that powder down the bridge of my nose, my chin, and my forehead. Then taking that first transition colour that I used at the beginning from the Tartlette palette, I'm just running that across my lash line. And I'm also adding some of that lilac shade as well. And then I added the darkest bombshell purple shade in the Tartlette palette and added that onto my lower lash line as well. And here I'm just adding the silver barium glitter into the tear duct area to brighten up that area, and I'm just applying like 3 or 4 coats of mascara on my bottom lashes. Then taking my MAC white eye pencil, I'm just kind of, what the hell am I trying to say even? But yeah, I'm just popping that onto my waterline, and then taking my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour palette, which is the cream contour palette, in Fair, I believe. I'm just, oh my god, can you see how I'm contouring my cheeks? But yeah, I'm really sculpting out my cheeks, and have no fear because this brush is absolutely amazing for blending out the contour. Can you guys see? I left the entire footage in because I wanted you guys to see just how well this brush blends. It's got to be one of my favorites out of the brush set, but oh my god, I love it. And I was just telling my sister about it as well. She was sitting behind, not behind me, but she was sitting on my bed. Then taking this Lancome pink shimmery blusher, I packed generous amounts of this onto the apples of my cheeks. And then taking this KIKO 200 eyeshadow, which I used as a highlighter, and packed that on to the highest points of my cheeks. And I absolutely love this brush as well because the pointy side just really packs that highlighter on so well. It is such a good highlighter brush, and this is my favorite highlighter brush now, like ever. Am I even making sense? No, but you know what? It's almost 6 o'clock. So yeah. Then taking my MAC Hip and Happy lip pencil, I'm just going to outline my lips, and then I'm going to fill them in slightly with that lip pencil. This is a beautiful baby pink shade. Then I went in with my Milani liquid lipstick in the shade Loved or Lovable. I completely forgot, but I will leave it in the description box and pop that on top. Now I'm going to start on my hair. I first pulled out a chunk of hair from my front section and tied the rest back. I'm going to split the front section of hair into 3 strands and curl each strand away from my face. I'm going to leave the curl to curl for about 30 seconds. After I release the curl, I'm going to secure that curl in place using a bobby pin and let it cool down. And I'm just going to repeat the steps on the other 2 strands. So just curl away from your face, leave it on the barrel for about 30 seconds, release, and then secure the curl in place using a bobby pin. Now I'm just taking my hair and starting from my brows, I'm sectioning off the crown area and separating that from the rest of my hair because I will be backcombing that area. Now you want to tie the rest of your hair back because you don't want it to interfere with the crown section. Then I took random sections of my hair and sprayed a tiny bit of hairspray to hold the backcomb. I'm going to grab my comb and I'm going to start backcombing. And as you can see, it creates instant volume, and that's what you want. Once that's all done, mold your hair and tug on the hair to give you a messy sort of look. And once you're happy with that, you want to take an elastic band and secure that in place. I'm going to start a Dutch braid on my hair. Now a Dutch braid is like a reverse French braid because we are taking the hair under instead of over. So I'm taking the right strand of hair and crossing it under the center strand to meet with the left strand, and then grabbing sections of that hair from the left strand and adding it. Then I'm taking the left strand under the center strand to meet with the right strand, ensuring I'm adding more hair as I cross each strand, if that makes sense. If you guys want a full tutorial on how to Dutch braid, I'd be more than happy to do that, so comment below if you do want one. And now I'm just repeating the pattern till I come to the end of my hair. Not exactly the end, as I left a little tail because it just looks so much better, and I'm just securing that in place with an elastic band. Going back to the front section, I'm taking out the bobby pins and grabbing that section of hair and adding a bit of hairspray to hold it into place. I start molding my hair or shaping my hair into the desired curve, if that makes sense. So as you can see, I've got this like curvy sort of fringe at the front. You just got to play around with it and like, yeah, just really play around with it. And what I did was just tuck the rest of the hair behind my ear and curled any random bits, and that was basically it. Now I'm just popping on some earrings to complete the look. And now I just started tugging at the Dutch braid to make my braid appear thicker and more voluminous.